I was part of the search team that found him. 3 days after he vanished, we located him standing barefoot in the middle of a clearing, staring up at the trees like he was waiting for something to fall. No jacket, no gear, no shoes, just him and that blank, glazed-over stare. We approached slowly. He didn't speak, didn't move, just watched us like we were animals in a zoo. When we finally got close enough, he blinked and said, "Is it over?" At first, we thought he'd been through trauma. Hypothermia, maybe. Shock. He was dehydrated, sure. Dirty. Scratched up. But nothing was broken. Nothing explained why he'd wandered 14 miles off the main trail or how he'd survived with nighttime temps below freezing. His parents were overjoyed when he came home, but that joy didn't last. He wouldn't eat his favorite food. He wouldn't pet his dog. And when he finally spoke again, something was wrong. It wasn't his voice. It was too deep, too deliberate, like every word was being practiced in real time. And his inflection, off, like someone trying to sound natural and missing the mark. His mom said, "He used to mumble." He never talked like this. They took him to a doctor, then a psychologist, then a priest. The psychologist thought it might be dissociative identity disorder. The priest thought it was something else entirely. He blessed the house, burned incense. The boy didn't flinch, just smiled. Neighbors started talking. One said they saw him at the edge of their field at sunrise, just standing there, facing away from the house. Another claimed they heard scratching at their back door, but no marks were ever found. Then came the animals. Birds stopped landing near their yard. The family dog, a loyal retriever for nearly 10 years, refused to enter his room. She growled low and backed away whenever he came near. But it wasn't until I saw him again, weeks later, that I believed what people were whispering. I was picking up supplies from the local market. I heard my name, turned. It was him. He smiled, but not like he recognized me. He said, "Do you remember what you said to me? In the woods?" I didn't. Not really. It had been chaotic. A lot of noise, but I nodded. He leaned in, real close, too close, and in a voice that wasn't his or anyone's, he whispered, "It heard you." Then he turned and walked away. I called his parents that night. They said he'd been asleep all day, said he hadn't left the house. I checked the market's security footage the next morning. He wasn't on it, only me, talking to empty air, and something watching from the tree line. I didn't sleep for 2 days. Every sound in the house set me off. The dog barked at corners. My phone kept turning itself on, but I didn't want to talk to anyone. Not after that. Then the dream started, not of him, but of the forest, of the exact place we found him. The trees swaying like they were whispering, and a figure, too tall, too thin, standing just beyond the clearing, watching me, every night closer. I started researching, looking for any story like his. Vanishings, odd behavior, identity shifts. I found a few, rare, but real. One story from the 1970s. A girl lost in the same region, found alive, 3 days later, silent for months. Then one day she said to her brother, "It wore your face well." She disappeared again a week later. Her clothes were found on the same trail, neatly folded. Her footprints ended at a tree that was older than the town itself. A forest ranger once posted anonymously that there are places in those woods where GPS fails, compasses spin, and the air feels stretched. He said he quit after seeing his own double walking between the trees one morning at dawn. I tried to warn his parents. They told me he's better now, talking more, acting normal. But when they sent me a photo of him smiling at dinner, he was staring right at the camera, right at me. I hadn't been invited. And in the background, behind the window, the tree line was closer than it should be. Too close. Closer than their yard allows. I zoomed in. Something between the trees, just a sliver of shape. But I recognized it. The figure from my dreams. Now it's been appearing outside my own window, always when I'm alone, always when I'm just about to fall asleep. Last night, I found a single footprint on the inside of my front door, barefoot. And this morning, my reflection blinked before I did. I tried breaking the mirror, but the glass didn't crack. It stayed solid, cold. When I turned around, I swear I saw my reflection still looking at me, half a second too late. I left the house, checked into a motel an hour away. I didn't tell anyone where I was going, but the front desk called my room last night. Said, "Your brother's here to see you." I don't have a brother. When I looked through the peephole, no one was there. But the air smelled like pine, damp earth, like the woods. I think it's learning. It's not just wearing him, it's practicing, getting better at passing. Each time, it's a little more convincing. I don't know what it wants, but I know it remembers me, and it's getting closer.